Well, good morning and welcome to this week's edition of Coffee with a Coach. This past week I was in Hartford, Connecticut working with a big group of engineers, and they wanted me to talk to them on annoying behaviors and how to get past annoying behaviors. It was a lot of fun, and so through that exercise I tried to narrow down the 3 annoying behaviors, and what I'm going to do is kind of go through them with you and then give you some strategies. The first type of annoying behavior is intentional annoying behavior. And let me go ahead and give you an example of that. This is an example of annoying behavior number 1. Now I'm standing in the hallway of my house, right here at Difficult Behavior Central. Over here is my daughter Allison's room. Over here, my son Dustin's room. Why is that difficult behavior, annoying behavior, place number 1? All these two do is annoy each other intentionally. So annoying behavior number 1 is when you intentionally try to annoy somebody else, and there's absolutely nothing right about that. Now let's take a look at annoying behavior number 2. I want to give you an example of annoying behavior number 2. Now I'm at the front of my neighbor's house. He lives 2 doors down, and the kids call him Messy Marvin. I won't give you his real name. Messy Marvin's a hoarder. And if you have a look at his car, this has actually been cleaned recently. But what you can see is there's nothing but trash in here. And I think the thing he hoards is actual garbage. I've learned this now after watching A&E's stories of hoarders. If I was to take you up to his house, which is quite frightening, I don't know if you can see from here, but there's this trash piled right up against the front door. I'm not quite sure how he gets in. Now, what you don't actually see is the smell. It kind of smells like going to the garbage dump. All we're missing is the seagulls circling around. This is absolutely annoying. This has been going on for, well, we've been in this house for about 8 years now. The county comes in about every 3 years, and they bring 7 roll-off dumpsters, come in here, clean it out, and then it starts to fill back up again. It's absolutely annoying, but this type of annoying behavior has to do with somebody's either medical or psychological issues. So that's way different from difficult annoying behavior number 1, which is intentional. This is intentional in the sense that there's a reason for it. Of course, if you're not going to go get help, that's a bigger problem. Now let's go back in and talk about annoying behavior number 3. The third type of annoying behavior is the type of behavior that all of us do. It's the way we do things, it's the way we say things, it's the way we act, it's the way we react. And it really has to do with our personality, how we're wired. Just those little quirky idiosyncrasies that all of us have. The fact that one of us is a neat freak and the other one's kind of messy, one loves to be on time and the other one really can't care less. It's all the things that we do without really understanding that we're annoying other people. Now the way that you find out about those things is to do personality assessments. Myers-Briggs, DISC, those type of tools are very helpful. In the workshop that I was working on, we used temperament as a way to describe annoying behaviors. So here's the deal. When you look at the 3 types of annoying behaviors, here's the things you ought to be thinking about. Number 1, are you intentionally doing annoying behaviors? And if you are, stop. It's that simple. On annoying behavior number 2, if you have some medical, psychological issues and enough people have told you there's a problem, it might be time to go fix it. So for my friend Messy Marvin down the street, it's probably time we get some help. I've actually contacted A&E and hoping somebody can do some kind of intervention because after 8 years it's quite annoying. So don't do it. But when you think about some of the strategies we ought to be doing, the second one overall probably has to be take a look at what you're doing and try to minimize the worst parts of it. There are great qualities all of us have. Work to maximize those qualities. And finally, I guess the thing I'd suggest most of all is just be aware. Be aware that all of us have annoying behaviors. Be aware that what you think is normal, what you think is right, might in fact annoy everybody else. And so if you intentionally annoy somebody, there's no excuse. But when you have an understanding and you start taking steps to be able to do it, that's what's most important. The golden rule says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The platinum rule, which maybe is actually the spirit of the golden rule, says, do unto others as they would have done unto them. And so the more you start understanding the way people are wired, communicate, act, and deal with them the way they're used to it. And if all works well, they may reciprocate. If they don't reciprocate, you've still done the right thing. Annoying behaviors are probably not ever going to go away. We're all going to face them. I know I do no matter where I go. The key is understanding what you bring to be annoying and then being able to live and work with all the others. Hopefully that helps. Now, if you got another question for me, just go to my website, askthecoachrightnow.com, You can drop your question in there and you'll be featured on Coffee with a Coach. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get busy, but you all have a great week, and I'll see you next week on Coffee with a Coach.